brand that I've never actually spoken about. I was like, how good could it really get, right? I end up looking at them, right? So I looked at them and I was like, you know what, this is actually not so bad. So, all right, so let me take the microphones off. So I've never really paid attention to a watch in this way in a very long time. And I was like, I've not seen anything like that. And then when I asked the question about, okay, so what is it made out of? And they say titanium. And I look up and it says Oris. I mean, this watch really defines Oris's departure from their old looks to what's new. This is a brand that is not afraid to dare and try actually what they bet on. And this is the result. You get something that is reliable in movement, a completely innovative mechanical design as well, with a power reserve that goes up to 10 days. So that's like not your standard, that's above the standard. And I think that's worth a credit, right? That's definitely worth a shout. When you talk about Oris and what are they able to accomplish with the Propilot X now, those playful colors that they have, definitely the gray, the blue, but for me, the salmon dial was the one to go for with no shadow of a doubt. But they said, let's build something from scratch. Let's make it from a multi-piece titanium that is gonna wear extremely light on the wrist. So light that you wouldn't even notice that it's there. Let's come up with a clasp that is inspired by, I don't know, a fighter jet seatbelt, right? Like, let's do something that is not done and let's do it in our own way. And let's find also a size, a case size that is wearable by most, right? And that's where I start really paying attention to this Propilot X in 39 case size with the salmon dial. That's the one we're gonna talk about. Let's get into it. We can tap into different brands. Oris. What's going on, guys? It is your boy Rida, and today I'm absolutely gonna blow your minds with something that is just outside of this world. Where was it the whole time? Like, why didn't I never talk about this watch? All right, so I had a bit of a detour looking at this Oris, right? So this video is basically not geared toward the collector that is looking to spend top dollar, like to spend big, or someone who's just literally married to the 4 top brands. And yes, let me just mention them correctly. So that's Rolex, AP, Vacheron, and Patek Philippe. You look at these Propilot X and you start thinking to yourself, this is really the true essence of the whole hobby, right? You just want to make sure you enjoy it for what it is. You never want that appreciation to go away. And this is what this Propilot X did, yes? They said this is a titanium watch. It's extremely light on the wrist. It's 39mm case size, so it's very, very wearable. And I can't recall the thickness exactly, but you know what? It wasn't so bad at all. And then we add these playful colors on top, right? So it comes in gray, it comes in blue, but you just can't question the salmon. The salmon dial was really nice. It really feels like an everyday, unique, different beater. You're not gonna come across a lot of people that would be wearing the same exact watch. I mean, that's the other joy with this brand. And then again, you're talking about a budget, right? So we're talking about 3,000 plus here as compared to your Omegas and your Rolexes and what's not. So it makes a good proposition.
Now, I know that a lot of the times, unfortunately, we chase watches just because everyone's talking about them or they've gained certain popularity that you think it's just a must have. Regardless of your liking comes last, which is not the right way to go about it. Now, objectively speaking, you would be hard pressed to find a more innovative in-house movement, a more unique design language than Oris's, especially for price brackets that are under the $4,700 mark.
Even if you thought to yourself like, all right, okay, judging by the pictures and the videos, which do not do it justice at all, that I don't want this watch, I would still recommend you to go visit the nearest boutique, try it on.
Seriously, go try this watch on. I mean, slide it, push things.
Like, genuinely try it.
Bring a different jacket and try it back on again with it.
So just look at it for what it is, and I promise you're not gonna regret it.
It doesn't really take a lot of time to get used to it. It's fun because it's made out of titanium, and it's different because it's got that salmon dial. This watch was lent to me by Ahmed Seddiqi and Sons for a review, and again, I almost did not want to give it back. I genuinely asked if I could buy it. 39mm case size, a full brushed titanium case and bracelet, highly detailed and extremely lightweight because it's made out of titanium. You get it in silver, gray, blue, or the salmon dial that to me is a lot of fun. I mean, you want to break that look by something funky, and this salmon dial definitely ticks it. And also, as I mentioned, the bracelet is fully made out of multi-piece titanium metal with this out-of-this-world folding clasp. The clasp feels like a seat belt from a fighter jet, literally. To be honest, I cannot think of any other watch from any other brand that combines the use of titanium in their bracelet, the case construction, with something as fun as the salmon dial. I mean, this is really an unusual combination, only seen with Oris. So now from a mile away, you know that this is an Oris.
And if you want to say go a tier up because you're all about that exclusivity.
Well, I can tell you get a lot. You get Oris's brave departure from the old look and previous designs of the Propilot X to an impressive enough design showing off Oris's in-house engineering, a skeletonized dial on a 44mm case size that is multi-piece titanium built featuring a sun-blasted and satin finish. This is of course the UAE 50th anniversary limited edition that we're talking about. Oris had always delivered high quality movement for a budget, but this time they said let's top it up a notch, let's go to another level. The movement inside this Propilot X limited edition carries Oris's caliber 115 that gives you up to 10-day power reserve. I mean 10-day power reserve on a well-priced Swiss watch for $10,000.
I mean, when we talk about 44mm, it's definitely not for everyone. It's not everyone's liking. Like, I don't assume that there's going to be a majority or maybe more people than the ones that would appreciate the 39 case sizes that would say, hey, this 44 case size is wearable, right? There's some people that like big watches, and I completely understand that. Maybe you got a big wrist, or maybe you're just generally inspired by bigger watches. I still think it's a smaller number than those who would fall between the 38 to 41, maybe 41 and a half, depending again on where is that half added. Is it a pusher? Are they pushers in a chronograph, for example? So this is the size that I think will attribute a lot more people.
However, when you look at what's in the package, you'll find out that it's compelling enough. I mean, you've got a sapphire made top glass domed on both sides with double-sided anti-reflective coating. I mean, this is on the front and the back, so you can see through literally the skeletonized dial and admire the beauty through the case back in any lighting condition. I mean, Oris has really thought this one through. And to top it all, of course, Oris added a non-linear power reserve indication, so you would know how much power you've got left. But let's be honest, you might peak every now and then at the indicator, but it's not really the function that you're going to use the most. It's just fun having it there.
The one that really took me by surprise was this Propilot X in salmon dial, right? I mean, at first when I did the video, I was like, all right, this is a cool watch. Before I finished the video, I just went back to the AD and said, can I keep this? Could we just do the review and I just keep the watch? Of course, that wasn't an option, but then I think this is going to be the Oris that I want to buy.
I also wanted to dedicate time in this video to tell you about this Aquis date with the caliber 400. It's ceramic minute scale top ring. It's very wearable 41.50mm case with the top case back that is also made from sapphire with anti-reflective coating. But then again, the salmon dial really stole the show and ate up most of the time for this video. You can actually see and buy these watches from any of Ahmed Seddiqi and Sons multi-brand boutiques in Dubai. It's a family-owned brand that is 2 generations old, and highly trustable with an in-house service center that would service any watch you put their way, even if you didn't buy it from them.
Oh, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share, because this is how I keep bringing you more content. Catch you guys in the next one. Take care.